What brings you to New York with Electrolux?
Well, we're kicking off the Kicking and Cleaning campaign for their Expert Wash and Perfect Steam technologies, because we know soccer season is about to hit families across this country, and there's going to be a lot of dirty uniforms and a lot of sweaty uniforms out there. So we're showing how these washer and dryer systems not only provide whiter whites and more vibrant colors, but they're the MVP in my house, so I want to share that with moms that are out there with kids who play sports.
Well, you're out there also working with kids as well, right?
Absolutely, and in many, many fronts. I do kindergarten PE with my son's kindergarten class. My husband coaches at Santa Clara University women's soccer, and I'm a volunteer coach there. So I've got uniforms coming and clothes coming at me from all directions.
Is it a lot easier with your Electrolux to balance everything else that you have going on?
Well, you know what, actually, I think the most important feature for most people is that they need time. So, to be able to wash and dry things pretty quickly and obviously in the most efficient manner, I think is really important. The more time you can spend outside with your kids, away from work, with quality time is important. At least for me, I know with two boys going in two different directions, time is a severe commodity that I like to hold on to.
Well, do you give them any advice just about, staying healthy on the field and doing the best thing where they're playing hard but not getting hurt at the same time?
Well, I think that's a big topic right now, isn't it? I mean, we're talking about anything from concussions to lower leg injuries. But I think the most important thing for parents and kids alike is to be prepared. You don't send kids into the SATs without studying math and writing and reading, and same as athletics. As far as I'm concerned, I want to help my kids and the athletes that I work with be as prepared for the dynamic movement that they have to do. So getting to know their body, getting stronger, out of soccer practice, I think especially for the kids I work with is really important.
I know Team USA had a tough loss there last year, but how are things shaping up for the Summer Olympics and their bid there?
Well, I think the U.S. women's national team is got a great roster from top to bottom. They unfortunately took an injury in Ali Krieger that I think will kind of debilitate the back line a little bit, but they're trying to work it out. They did just play Sweden and beat them 4-0 today in Portugal in the Algarve tournament, so I think that's a good boost for them, considering they just took a loss 1-0 to Japan a few days before. It's a team that could go on and win a gold medal, that's for sure, and I know that Pia Sundhage believes that. I think the players believe that also. But you know what? You have to be prepared at the right moments, and I think they're on their way to being the best team they can be come the summer.
Well, when you guys won the World Cup and had that breakthrough win there, now you have, it's like Alex Morgan is a household name that everyone knows now. I mean, do you just see that the popularity just continues to grow and grow with the star players on this team?
I think America loves events, and I think that's why Olympics and World Cups are so popular. But I think the real important time is when we're not in those moments. Will women's soccer be able to survive and then thrive outside of a World Cup or an Olympic Games? And having names like Alex Morgan, Abby Wambach, Hope Solo, Shannon Box, those names, when they become more of household names outside of those, big event years, that will show that we're going in the right direction.
Do you feel just a little bit of like maybe starting that with Mia Hamm and you, just everyone knowing you, even if they weren't the biggest soccer fans?
Well, I think, you have to go back to Michelle Akers, and Michelle Akers and Mia Hamm for sure carried the load and the burden at sometimes, being the faces of U.S. soccer. And when I say U.S. soccer, I don't mean just on the women's side. I think they were really the people who gave a little bit of credibility to U.S. soccer as a whole. And so they carried that for a long time on their own. So, with 99, I think adding more faces to that was very important.
If there's one tip you can give to a young player, girl or boy, what would you say?
I think, there's so many tips, skill-wise, but I think the most important thing for anybody is to be prepared. So, today we're talking about, getting your uniforms ready for the season. I think that's preparation, making sure that you have, physically prepared yourself, strength-wise, mentally. But I think, ultimately the most important thing is to have fun. You have to go out to the field, go out to the court, and to enjoy yourself. And when you do that, I think you find that you'll most of the time be successful.
Well, we hear about this Clean Chronicle program. Can people get involved in that so they can make their lives easier with their soccer playing kids?
Well, you can go on. Everybody's so technologically savvy these days that they can go on Facebook.com/Electrolux, and not only can they share their proud parent moment. I have a lot of proud parent moments that I like to share about my kids, and I think everybody else does too. But they can also, at the same time, when they do that, they're helping OCRF, ovarian cancer research, to hopefully find a cure. So really they can feel good about their kids, get their whites whiter, more vibrant colors by using Electrolux, but they can also hopefully impact and really change somebody's life. So this is a wonderful event for me to be a part of, as well as Kelly, and to share soccer at the same time is just a bonus.
The last question for you. I've seen Kelly's Electrolux commercial, and there's some pretty good athletics going on there. Are you going to have something in the same vein that you're going to try to outdo her a little bit with your moves around the washer and dryer?
Oh yeah, Kelly and I are going to go I think we're going to try some target practice with some soccer balls into the washer and dryer. We'll see how competitive she gets.
All right, thanks a lot, Brandi. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Vinny.